The last call from Briarwood Road. I didn't think the voicemail was meant for me. At first, I assumed it was a glitch, one of those random phone errors you ignore and forget about. That changed when I noticed the timestamp. The voicemail was dated 3 days in the future, and the voice on the message was mine. Briarwood Road isn't the kind of place where people expect something bad to happen. It's a quiet street in Ashland, Ohio. Tree-lined sidewalks, mailboxes leaning just a little from age. The kind of neighborhood where porch lights turn on at the same time every night, and everyone pretends they know each other. I moved into number 219 last fall. The rent was cheap enough to feel suspicious, but I was desperate and tired of asking questions. The landlord didn't explain why the previous tenant left. He just handed me the keys and told me not to worry about the house next door. Number 217. I didn't think much of it at first. The place looked abandoned, but not in a dramatic way. No broken windows, no graffiti, just empty, like someone left and never came back. The first night I slept there, my phone rang at exactly 2:17 a.m. No caller ID. I answered, half asleep, expecting a wrong number or a robocall. No one spoke. All I could hear was breathing. Slow, steady, close enough that I could hear the faint click of saliva in someone's mouth. I said hello twice. The breathing didn't change. It didn't change. It just stayed there, like whoever was on the other end was listening to me listen to them. Then the call ended. I told myself it was nothing, some late-night prank. Ashland has bored teenagers like anywhere else. But the call came again the next night, same time, 2:17 a.m., same silence, same breathing. By the fourth night, I noticed something that made my stomach tighten. The breathing matched mine. When I inhaled, it inhaled. When I held my breath, it paused too. Perfectly synchronized, like a mirror. I hung up. My phone vibrated immediately. I had a voicemail. It was 27 seconds long. I didn't listen to it until morning. I told myself I didn't want to scare myself over nothing. That was the first lie I caught myself telling. When I finally played it, I had to sit down. The voice whispered, calm and clear, "Don't open the door. It learns faster when you watch it." I recognized the voice instantly. It was mine. I checked the voicemail details, trying to find any explanation that didn't involve me losing my mind. The message had been sent from inside my house. I searched every room, closets, bathroom, basement. I even checked the attic, even though I hated the idea of being trapped up there with something I couldn't see. Nothing. When I came back downstairs, I noticed something else. The front door of number 217 was open. I'm sure it hadn't been before. I would have noticed. The house had always been sealed up, quiet, untouched. That night, I finally spoke to Mrs. Calder. She lived alone in the house across the street and had been there longer than anyone else. When I mentioned number 217, her hands started shaking so badly she had to grip the porch railing. She told me about a college student named Daniel Mercer who lived there in 2009. Quiet kid, kept to himself. Neighbors reported strange calls coming from the house. Breathing, whispers, his own voice answering when no one was there. Police found him dead in the living room. No injuries, no signs of a struggle. Just a phone in his hand, still dialing his own number over and over. Mrs. Calder leaned closer to me and lowered her voice. She said, "It doesn't take you. It replaces you." That night, I didn't sleep. I left my phone recording on the nightstand and kept the lights on. I needed proof that this was actually happening. At 2:17 a.m., the call came. I didn't answer. The recorder picked up the ringtone. Then silence. Then footsteps. Slow footsteps. Bare feet against hardwood. moving down my hallway. I could hear my own breathing shaking in my chest. Then I heard my voice, not from the phone, from inside the house. It said, calmly, "I'm already inside." The footsteps stopped right outside my bedroom door. I didn't move, I didn't breathe, I didn't even blink. There was a knock. Just one. Soft. Polite. Then my voice again, closer this time. "You can stop this. Just let me finish." The doorknob turned, but the door never opened. Instead, the footsteps moved away, down the hall, into the living room. I heard the front door open, then close. Silence. In the morning, police cars lined Briarwood Road. They had found a man wandering barefoot down the street at dawn, confused, crying, insisting that someone had stolen his life. The man was me. Same face, same fingerprints, same voice. When he saw me standing on my porch, he screamed like he was looking at something impossible. They took him away. That was 3 weeks ago. The call stopped. The house next door stayed quiet. The door to 217 never opened again. I started to believe it was over. Tonight, my phone buzzed. New voicemail. Timestamp. Tomorrow. Message length? 15 minutes. I haven't listened to it yet, because if the voice on that message is mine again, that means whatever learned how to be me on Briarwood Road isn't done yet. And if my phone rings at 2:17 tomorrow morning, I already know what's waiting on the other end.